What's going on, everybody? It's Jazzy CEO back with another video. I'm talking about Taser again today, but this time I'm not talking about the cons. So if you missed the video about the cons of using a Taser for self-defense or on duty as a security officer, exit out of this video, go look at the cons or go watch the video afterwards. But like, subscribe, and share, and also hit the notification button so you can know when a new video comes up. So if it's your first time here on the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for supporting me. Let's get this information out. You know, I'm a vessel, and I'm trying to just share what I got and share what I know. So today we're talking about some of the legal issues, what some of the possible legal issues with using a Taser. So I don't know all the legal issues that will come with using a Taser, but I know what you should do before you buy or before you take the class. Make sure that in your state, in your city, province, area, whatever, region, whatever you want to look into, make sure that you're following the law. Just because you take the class doesn't mean that where you actually live allows you to deploy a Taser or allows you to carry a Taser, right? In Baltimore City, you can have a Taser. You can take the class and you can carry a Taser. But in Ocean City, which is still in Maryland, it is illegal. So you want to just make sure that where you're at, you are complying with those laws and rules and policies and regulations. And then if you are a security officer, you want to make sure that your job allows you to carry it. Just because you can take the training, get the certification, and carry it legally as well as far statewide or federally wide, you want to make sure that you're still following your job's protocols and SOPs and post orders. Because the thing about that is, if you're carrying something that they have explicitly written in their handbook or post orders or SOPs that they don't want their officers to carry, when something happens, you're not going to be covered by their insurance. They're not going to back you. They're not going to hold your hand through a lawsuit. So you want to make sure just because you can carry it, you can carry it, right? I hope that makes sense. And then you want to check your own self-defense. You want to check your own self-defense insurance and make sure that it covers things like Tasers. It covers things that are non-lethal and not just firearms. So you want to double check your insurance, your job's insurance, SOPs, and post orders. You want to check where you live, those policies, procedures, and laws. And those are the things you want to do before taking the class. Because one thing you don't want to do is spend the money on the class and the Taser. If you remember from the cons video, how expensive this actually can be of an investment. So you want to do those things first before you do anything, right? And then if you do those things first, that's kind of how you can avoid even having any legal issues, because you have your butt covered by knowing your rights, your laws, and your policies at your job. But another thing is that you don't want to double up on a Taser, right? You don't know what the other person who you're using the Taser on, you don't know what kind of health conditions they have. You don't know if this is going to be the end of, you know, what their heart beating. You don't know that. So using it is already, you know, a liability. It's already a chance and it's already a risk, right? So you don't want to double up on that risk. So what I mean by double up is you don't want to pepper spray somebody and then tase them. You don't want to hit somebody in the head and then tase them. You don't want to use a different kind of force and then tase them. Now, in certain situations, if you're using a certain kind of force or a de-escalation tactic and it's not working and you are in danger or someone else's life is in danger, of course, you know, you need to do what you're going to do. But if it's a situation that you can help it, I would avoid doubling up on this tactic, because non-lethal can easily become lethal with the wrong move. So you want to make sure you don't do anything like that. So doubling up, going against your policies and procedures at work, or going against the laws in your state or area. And then also what you want to do is stay away from misuse. And what I mean by misuse is playing around with it, letting other people borrow it, forgetting your training or not keeping up with your training and using it in the wrong way, using it on the wrong body parts, using it at the wrong time when you're in a puddle of water and you're trying to use it, like, you know what I mean? So misuse, you just want to stay away from misuse. So you want to take the training and you want to continue your training so that you can stay up to date with the most recent ways of conducting yourself with this tool, and also using, maintaining, and manipulating this tool. You know, the right and the wrong way to use non-lethal. There's always a right way and there's always a wrong way, even if the non-lethal is the better way to go about things. So there's always a liability involved, but you just want to make sure you know your laws and your policies. Then you want to make sure you're not doing anything crazy like doubling up and making a non-lethal into a lethal. And then you want to make sure that you're not doing anything stupid like letting people borrow it, letting it be half charged, using it around water, anything that can be misuse. And if you really need to know exactly what misuse could look like, you want to ask your trainer that gave you the certification, hey, what could be possible causes of misuse, or what could be possible misuses? And I don't want to make a mistake, and because what you don't know, you don't know. So you want to ask your trainer, you want to ask your instructor questions like, what are ways that people misuse their taser, and how can I avoid that, and things of that nature. So those are the 3 things that I think you should know about using the taser when it comes to legalities. Everything's a chance and a risk, but in order to stay up on that, you definitely just want to stay up on the laws when it comes to the taser. Things we think are important sometimes are actually very important to the government. So you want to just make sure that you stay up on that, and then you want to check in with your insurance and check in with your job. Make sure you are actually allowed to carry this tool. And then as far as just for self-defense, you want to make sure that you train with the tool, even if it's non-lethal, the way you train with your firearm. There might not be everybody who's conducting taser trainings after the certification class, but you can talk to your instructor and say, hey, give me some tips and some tools that I can use to train and do my thing at home, or maybe get better with it and be able to deploy it faster and things like that. You just want to, stay away from misuse, stay away from using it when you're not supposed to, and staying away from doubling up on the action. You don't want to, hurt someone, so you don't want to be using one tool and then use this tool on top of that, because you never know what the effects can be. So listen, stay secure, stay smart, stay up to date on everything that you need to know in order to use these tools that you're getting into. Taser is a great non-lethal tool, but everything has risk, and you need to make sure that you are covered on all sides. Stay safe.